West Africa is a region with a rich history and culture, but it is also a region that has been plagued by conflict and instability. In recent years, the region has faced a number of challenges, including terrorism, insurgency, ethnic and communal conflicts, political instability, and humanitarian crises. Worldwide, trade unions have been known to play an important role in promoting peace and security. They can help to build social cohesion, promote social dialogue, and advocate for the rights of workers and marginalized groups. Realizing that insecurity is affecting African economies and the welfare of African workers, ITUC-Africa decided to intervene in Burkina Faso and Sierra Leone to help strengthen the capacity of trade unions to advocate for peace and security through social dialogue.
Fostering sustainable development through social dialogue in Africa's fragile states is a project that ITUC-Africa has been implementing for the past 2 years in Burkina Faso and Sierra Leone, with the financial support from FNV Mondial in the Netherlands. ITUC-Africa, during the last Congress, took a resolution to strengthen its work on peace and security on the continent, recognizing the fundamental impact that insecurity has on workers across the continent. As a result of that resolution, we began to take practical actions on how we can foster peace and security. Therefore, this project is a result of that resolution.
Burkina Faso and Sierra Leone are two countries in West Africa that have been particularly affected by conflict and instability. Burkina Faso has been grappling with a serious insurgency since 2015, while Sierra Leone has a history of civil war that ended in 2002. Therefore, this intervention was deemed timely.
À propos de conflit, il faut dire que le Burkina Faso est confronté depuis 2016 à un conflit armé avec des groupes djihadistes qui ont eu beaucoup de conséquences sur notre pays et sur les travailleurs. Et sur le pays, nous avons pratiquement 40% du territoire qui est occupé, ce qui a entraîné un déplacement de plus de 2 millions de personnes à l'intérieur de notre pays. Et vous savez qu'en la matière, qui dit déplacer de personnes dit aussi des travailleurs. Donc la destruction des infrastructures donne une idée de combien de travailleurs aujourd'hui sont en situation de détresse. Si on enlève les travailleurs agricoles, qui sont la plus grande majorité et qui n'arrivent plus à accéder à leurs terres pour cultiver, nous avons bien sûr les écoles qui ont été détruites, les centres sanitaires, les infrastructures routières et autres. Donc tout ceci a plongé un grand nombre de travailleurs au chômage.
After 2 years of implementation, this is what some of the stakeholders are saying about the project.
Il faut dire plus que ce projet a offert un espace propice où nous pouvons nous exprimer, nous pouvons également apporter des contributions à la consolidation de la paix.
The project had two objectives. One was to build the capacities of the trade unions in the two countries to understand the dynamics of peace, the drivers of insecurity, to have the skills that can enable them to participate in the peace-building process. The other objective was also to sharpen and strengthen their skills in social dialogue so that they can ably engage the social partners, be it employers and the government, and through that they can create sustainable development together, but also a win-win situation where issues of insecurity, issues of job creation, creation of decent jobs for all is concerned.
Nous, en tant que leaders religieux, nous avons une grande influence quand nous parlons dans nos enseignements, dans nos enseignements, qui encouragent davantage la valeur de la vie. Je crois fort bien que ces initiatives, c'est à encourager, où nous pouvons savoir que l'homme s'épanouit là où il vit, dans la quiétude, et dans la tranquillité, dans la paix, et là où l'homme est valorisé, apprécié et rendement. Et nous continuons à prier pour que la paix règne dans la sous-région du Sahel.
The project had quite a number of results. For instance, we envisage to train about 200 leaders in the past 2 years. But I'm happy to tell you that we have exceeded that number. We have trained a lot of leaders, not only men, but the most exciting things that we have seen women being included in the training, and the women finding their voice in the whole peace building agenda, and also in the whole recovery building agenda in the case of Sierra Leone. Most of them have been capacitated on various topics, on SDGs, of course, focusing on SDG 13 that talks about peace, on the SDG 8 that talks about decent work. They have understood what illicit financial flows are and how they impact the economies in the two countries, and so many other trainings, advocacy skills on how they can engage effectively their governments and also the social partners.
J'ai bénéficié du programme de la CSI Afrique sur la paix et la sécurité au Burkina Faso. Je remercie la CSI Afrique pour cette initiative, qui est une initiative d'inclusion, parce que nous les jeunes, nous ne sommes pas restés en marge de ce projet. La CSI nous a impliqués, et à travers ce projet, nous allons prendre les recommandations en compte pour assurer notre avenir, parce que la jeunesse, c'est la relève, c'est l'avenir. Nous ne devrons pas rester en marge de ça. Pour construire notre avenir, nous devons nous engager. Et avec les recommandations que nous avons eues au sortir de ce programme, nous allons nous engager fermement pour que notre société retrouve la paix et la sécurité.
Et pour parler du programme dont il est question actuellement, c'est un programme de la CSI Afrique sur la sécurité, la paix et la sécurité au Burkina Faso. Alors, ce programme, en termes de renforcement de capacité, a eu un fort impact sur les travailleurs burkinabés que nous sommes, mais également sur le secteur informel. Et quand on dit secteur informel, travailleurs, il y a surtout les femmes, il y a les jeunes, et il y a eu plusieurs membres qui ont pu bénéficier de ces acquis-là. Alors, les leaders syndicaux également ont pu bénéficier pour la bonne marche de leur structure de base. En ce sens, ces programmes nous ont dotés de connaissances essentielles, de stratégies et d'outils pour contribuer activement aux efforts de consolidation de la paix dans notre pays. Et en cela, nous pouvons dès lors répondre aux défis en matière de sécurité dans le contexte actuel que nous vivons. En termes d'acquis également, il y a eu une compréhension beaucoup plus approfondie des différents mécanismes et des stratégies dont je parlais tantôt. Et doté de toutes ces connaissances-là, et étant à la fin de ce programme, nous pouvons être sûrs que l'avenir sera meilleur pour le Burkina Faso en termes de sécurité.
While this project has run for only 2 years, the project coordinator is happy to share about the impact that the project has registered.
Undoubtedly, this project was well received in the two countries. In Burkina Faso, it's very obvious that the insecurity situation is affecting workers and it's affecting the unions. Their membership are going down as people are losing jobs because of insecurity. So the project was very timely and very relevant in the context of Sierra Leone and Burkina Faso. One of the key impacts that we have seen is that this project has catalyzed the unions to expand their mandate. We know unions are preoccupied by the day-to-day challenges that workers face. You talk about the challenges of human and trade union rights abuse, advocating for fair wages, advocating for better working and living conditions. But with this project, they have been able to transcend their day-to-day concerns, even to look at fundamental issues like peace and security that fundamentally affect the economies. So because of this, people are now looking at unions from a different light, that unions are not only noisemakers in courts, but that they are agents of change. They are agents of peace. They are agents of transformation that are trying to help the government to foster peace in the two countries, so that when there's peace, we know that the government can be able to create jobs. When there's peace, people can work and enhance their productivity. When there's peace, investors can come to invest and create decent jobs. The project has also enhanced visibility of the trade unions, because by design, we involved a lot of media. So we had print media, we had online newspapers, we had radios and TVs, journalists from all these media houses that were part of their training. And they reported adequately about the project, thereby also enhancing the profile of the two organizations. The establishing of the national peace forums in the two countries has been a key achievement. In Sierra Leone and Burkina Faso, there's now a national forum for peace and security that doesn't only have members from the trade unions, but also from civil society organizations, from the religious leaders, and indeed also from the community leaders, traditional leaders, youth movement groups, women movement groups. They are all part of it. Even musicians, the artists have also been incorporated into this agenda of trying to build peace. And what is interesting is that in the case of Sierra Leone, they've even gone beyond the objectives of the project by even engaging in other issues. The forum in Sierra Leone was very fundamental in trying to promote peace during the election, the general election that they had in Sierra Leone, and they did a lot of work to bring unity and peace.
Solidarité, à jamais solidarité, solidarité, à jamais solidarité, solidarité, à jamais solidarité.